Alright, finally got paired. Playing Black Pearl. Did you play him already? No, I haven't played him before. So knight f6. Let's do knight f3 instead of c4. Alright, so I wanna go to this Torre against the kings. Well, I assume he's gonna play the king's Indian setup. Sometimes they go d5 later on. Are we threatening to take here? Well, since almost everybody plays knight bishop g7, I don't think so. So here the knight b2, maybe c3. I mean, I could turn into something like this, but wouldn't be horrible. I think I'll go for this. Maybe not. Yeah, like the idea is to play here and here. Build this pawn wall here against the bishop. Guess I could have played e4 straight up since he didn't do anything about that one. Okay, so this is prevents this. I mean, in a sense, I could technically take here and play e4, but I don't want to part with the bishop yet. So probably gonna go quite modestly e3 here. The bishop is not gonna get fianchetto, guys. I guess I could have thought about that a little bit more. Again, I'm playing a little bit rushed. So let's relax and think about life. Or at least the moves. Could have been interesting to actually fianchetto castle, play rook e1 and still play for the e4 in a little different way. I guess it's very symmetrical, then both sides would be similarly fianchettoed on the king side. I'm just gonna put the bishop on bishop e2, get castled, then think about life. Maybe we'll play c4 later on, a little late. Well, I think it depends a lot on black setup. At the moment they don't have a nice break, so I assume they're gonna play for either e5 or c5. Is this bishop gonna go to f5, which seems pretty good? Maybe we'll go here. Okay, so I guess this is the question now. Are we brave enough to take the pawn? Well, this always leads to a little bit of a trouble since we give up the center with that. Feel like we can hang on to the pawn pretty good since we have the knight here, for instance. Maybe even b4 and try to stick the knight to a plate like against the Catalan. I mean, basically we are playing the Catalan as well. Black's playing the Catalan and we are playing it reverse colors. I was gonna say that the other alternative would be the bishop e2 castles and then Maybe play for b4. If they take, we play on the c file. Queen comes here. I mean, gonna play it just greedily, take it. Then see how we're gonna try to hold on to the pawn. Can't play e5 yet. So I assume something like this could happen. Of course they could go full gambit style here, but it seems a bit iffy. A rook e1 could be a thing. This could be still coming here. So how are we gonna do it? This way or that way? This we are gonna snap off for sure. Take the queens, maybe even take this. Oh, probably can't take since this is the knight. Think taking. Probably taking. Then maybe we just attack the e4 instantly again. There's 2 pawns hanging, so definitely not playable. Knight b d7 could be a move. So here, okay, this is probably a quite good move, kind of Catalanish move. Not only attacks the pawn, like queen c2 on the Catalan side, on the white, similar move. And not only similar, it's the same move. I was gonna say that it supports the e5 push, black grabbing the center. Here we could defend the pawn with the knight b3. We could again go knight b4 too, with the idea that if this happens, we can always chop it and stick the knight here to kill this. Knight also defends backwards, so there's no in-betweener checks there. I guess the question is that how good is this against some kind of a b4, b6 undermining my pawn chain, which is a vulnerable for sure. b4, b6. If takes here. Could take here. That's so. I'm gonna go with this setup instead. It's probably quite unflexible. Maybe it even can't really hold on to the pawn on the long term. I should probably have played b4. Thinking bishop f4 here, but or alternatively we could now take here this or that. Also maybe queen d4, but it gets spicy with the discovery. Take here. Some e4, e5 I mean. Queen goes here. This at least distracts the knight for a while. Go here, e5. Then I could technically probably can come back to, if they take, I'll take and take with check. It's not a check. Why would I think it's a check? Not really fancy the c4 break because I don't like the bishop getting stronger there. Queen d4, e4, e5, queen h4. He cannot take since the knight is hanging. If queen d4, knight e4 will take the pawn. Bishop is defended twice. They could take there, but then we need one pawn. Oof. Queen d4, they play something else than e5. Let's say some very just defends the pawn, and then this turn some discards. Could probably swing then here. Try to play on the dark squares. Okay, I'm gonna just go here. It's interesting. At least it's gonna try to hold on to the pawn. All right. Or are they gonna sack there? I don't think that works. Just not considered that before, but I'll just take this one and hope for the best. They can snap that, but I'm up a pawn. Or up 2 pawns at the moment. Probably have some compensation in the fact that I'm kind of behind in there. Still a few moves from castles. My queen is exposed. But that's the greedy life we live. Pawnies need to be grabbed. Yeah, you know the old saying. Greedy have more. So, that's not hanging. Assume I want to take this guy here. I mean, trade seems like a good dealio. Feel like the knight takes is the move. Almost forced here. Alright, so now there's few problems incoming. This and that. Both of them could be real pain to meet. Maybe the bishop e6 is even the bigger threat since it... I guess I have that way. But then everybody's coming with tempos in. It's so greedy. It's so greedy. Guess we could throw in some kind of a bishop f4 in this point. But maybe queen here could be unpleasant. I think this. Could drop back here, but again everybody's coming with tempos. It's very hard to find them. How find a way to actually survive this? Alright, so rook d8. I have only one square. Queen c4. Again, it's a bit iffy square. I was just thinking, could I get away with some kind of a bishop e2, rook d8, queen c4. At least there we have some ideas to swing that way. How about queen, bishop e2, bishop e6? Then I have to probably go the wrong way around. Somehow I feel like it's very unpleasant to go here, because then the queen moves are really limited. You could stick the knight there, make some room for the queen this way and kind of block stuff here, but I don't know about that. Castles just seems wrong. Bishop e6. Bishop b5. Yeah. Are we gonna even hold on to the pawn after some moves and bishop, queen b6 at some point? And this is probably way too greedy play. Like my pawn is not compensating even close to enough. Not even close. Can't really play b4 because just we die here. We just die there. Alright, I'm gonna play bishop e2. Bishop here, I'll go here, maybe try to hang on somewhere. Queen c1, defend this, get castled. Be happy, live forever. Rook there, I have to go here. Let's do that fast. Could swing here if they go harass me. Guess that's the biggest problem, I suppose. At least we are on e6, e7 there. I don't think I can live on this side. There's too many ways to kick my butt there. I think I'll just castle. If he goes there, I'm gonna just let this go and hope for the counterplay on this move here. And if f6, then, well, I guess everybody's on their own then. Well, that's gonna be probably a huge problem. Bishop h6, I was thinking here or here, but don't have this since the knight defends the bishop. If I go here, queen here is gonna be painful. I'm no longer here. This might lose the pawn, but I don't know. Or the piece even. I can't calculate this nonsense here. But this also could be just devastatingly good. This could be just devastatingly good. I think if queen b6, I'll just castle. I guess we could now play b4 rook. Now wait, what? Now I'm a bit confused. It doesn't seem very critical. Well, I'm gonna castle now fast as I can. No entries here. Knight a4 is a thing, I suppose. Yeah, my queen is a bit offbeat there. Looks like good piece there, but it's not. Like there's nobody helping the attack, so queen seems like it's not really participating. I guess I could come back somehow fast. Not against this. Could we have some knight d4s? I don't understand queen d7 at all. If g5 trying to trap my queen somehow, you would even sack there. And this move. I might throw a rook in here, then knight here at some lines. I mean, there's also maybe even rook b1, bishop f5, bishop c4, maybe knight d4s. Gets spicy. I mean, we are up a pawn, so it's not like the end of the world if I lose the extra pawn. But if I lose b pawn and make these two weak, then it gets a bit too much. Still don't really think I'm much better here. Knight d4 is such a temporary move, like the bishop moves and then e5 maybe, and I see some ideas against there, like some tactics where we wouldn't even need to defend the b2. They don't really work. I was thinking that some rook b1, if the knight goes back, then we have this bishop b5 in the end, forking these guys. Maybe the knight can retreat on this side, like if I can't. Somehow distract the bishop, but I suppose that's fine. Queen d5. I'm really not sure about any of these moves. Where are you going? I don't understand. If I go rook d1, queen f5, then I can go knight here, kill this. I feel like I'm really well if I kill the bishop. If I straight up go here, the bishop might escape. I don't want that to happen. But where does the, if I go rook, oh, this rook, so we don't drop a pawn. Where does the queen go? Guess he could go there. I suppose so. Could go here, bishop maybe escapes then. Then I have bishops here coming to. Now this just looks good. Well, it's like it's not winning or anything, but it feels the queen moves were all wrong. This was so much more unpleasant, the queen b6. Feel like I had to give up the extra pawn there in some way. Like maybe b3. Yeah, maybe I could have played b3 against the, and I guess, yeah. Or maybe I have b5, b4 against that. Maybe they can't go queen a5. So they go there with ideas of going there. Well, I was planning of knight d4 here. Only taking away this square, hitting the bishop, and freeing this square for my bishop. They could threaten mate, I'll just go bishop f3. The b7 is covered, so that's not a problem, but I mean, I'd rather take it with the knight, but take what you can. I have to defend the mate. This seems like the move. This seems like the move. Also, I have to play a little bit faster. I have only 3 minutes. Wait, 10-second increment. All right. Well, we don't need to take the bishop. Doesn't seem too bad though. I don't know. I want to take the bishop before it somehow says no. So who takes here and why? Guess the knight, the rook could take there. And probably should take there. So maybe we help them a little bit. We don't probably have no knight b5 here. Actually, it gives him a nice plan there. The eventual e5 to try to use this pin here. Of course, I can move the rook away at any point. Of course, they could take with the queen too. Could I come here? Just double my pawns. Get the queen in. The other route is here to a this square, but the knight covers that quite well. Of course, we are in a bit of a fork there, so they move the queen, but where would they move the queen? So queen takes, pawn takes. If rook goes here, I'll just move the rook away. I think I'll do that. No worries. And now there's no light squared bishop, so I can pretty easily deal with the b2 problems now by just moving the rook there. I have an extra pawn here. That's pretty safe pre-move. There is definitely no in-between moves that are better than e takes f. So we maybe gain a second or two there. I guess they could play the rook rook a d8 there. I can't really take since then we are dead in the pin. But the captures usually are pretty safe pre-move since they only execute if they take. Not saying you should auto-capture everything your opponent takes, but there was just no in-between moves to think about. So now if this happens, I'm just gonna go to e-file, which we opened up with the e takes f. If this happens, I'll just go knight f3, covering d2 entries. So we can probably just take and get the king closer. e4 plays and tries to undermine my knight, we just go back and then we block the d-file that way. And yeah, that's the way to get even worse here, is that we're up a pawn, but if somehow the rook would infiltrate the second rank and get active, there we could even be worse in many cases. Yeah, I'm not really thinking about that longer than necessary. Alright, so here he gives me a really solid outpost. Knight d4 is now pretty good looking. It's covering this. Well, still the only counterplay I see is that stinking knight a4. There we can play rook here. Is it really stupid that I want to play f3 and just take away that knight square on f3 too? Seems so irrelevant, but somehow I want to play rook here. Yes, that's not so great. To also take care of my back rank. Okay, this is definitely a little weird pawn structure. But this is kind of a luft and a fast way to king to get involved whenever it wants. And maybe it's coming here, trying to cover the e-file a little better. If knight here, I'll play rook d2, rook doubles here, well, I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do. So I'm just gonna go here then. We have discovered. Knight goes here, I'll go here. What we are not threatening is to go rook e1. Probably for a few reasons. Not only chop, 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 knight a4 wins a pawn, but also there is knight d3 fork. So, ooh. He actually is threatening to go here. Okay, didn't see that one. Supporting knight d3 with rook e3. That's a cool one. Well, that's a bit annoying. Let's go here anyhow. Knight d3, I have to go to this side, really. I suppose so. I suppose so. If I go here, there is a mate here. Or here. So I have to go here. Now it's getting out of comfort again. I tried to do exactly this. Avoid their stinking rooks getting in. And I still let them in. But hopefully we can rebel them away. Rook d1. Kick the knight away, then probably hopefully come back, and then maybe we can play rook e2 and swap one pair of rooks off, and then hopefully we are set. What's the threat? What is the threat there? Knight c4, I suppose. So if I go rook d1, knight c4, rook there, then they chop, chop, chop. This just repeats. Can't really do this either. Also, this is just defending this, so I maybe have the b3 too. Alrighty-o. I guess I'm not really threatening to go here without dropping this. Anyways. She has no g5 because I take it. Oh, okay. We had f4 instead with a fork here. Yeah. Kind of wanna take it anyways. Knight d3. Chop, chop. We have two pawns for an exchange. Technically okay. This seems so miserable though. Here we cannot really go either. Fine. Guess I could have thought about going up there, but I guess he goes here then. Ew. Can't really keep this contained, can I? I can't. Okay, let's run around, but yeah, I'm pretty lost here now then. I'm pretty lost now, I'm dying. Okay, I'm gonna take it. Lose the, like exactly what I said, which we can't do is that we lose our entire second rank there. Just playing fast moves now to get some time. Rook e7, maybe I'll just play h4 and try to keep a few pawns. Yeah, he's playing so good moves though. I don't know, maybe I was supposed to go that way, but who knows, who knows. I might checkmate it. Very close at least. Very close at least. I don't know why he gave me that the check. Because he's on my pawnies here. Can't really hold on to these guys here. This is a bit sad. If I trade the crooks, then he goes here anyways. I'm lost. I could try something like this, but it doesn't really seem good. Oh, he has rook h6 if I go there. Damn it. Well, let's go there anyways. I repeat a few times. So if I take here, they'll take here. Could go back, cover this so there's no rook skewer here. Then I hold that being down on exchange and then flank pawn. Probably not. You could throw in a check for funsies. Let's throw in a check, why not? Maybe I'll check and take with the rook. Well, I have no clue, but let's do it anyways. Do I lose my knight somehow? There's some ways to defend it. All right. I'm gonna go to this side since there is no check here. I try to run this as fast as I can and hope this doesn't kill me. It's threatening to go here and win that knight, which is true. It would definitely do that. It would definitely do that. Also, if I move the knight, I suppose this is almost a mate. I guess I could just about lock there. Okay, I'm just gonna defend my knight. Maybe there. Yeah, I guess I'm in so many pins that this just walks through. My pawn is not walking anywhere. To keep an eye on the knight here and can't ever really free it, can I? Yeah, I mean, I feel like h4, h5, h3, h2, h1 is just a win. Yeah. I don't know what that did. Thanks the pawn, but at least then I'm not really tied to the knight in a sense. I mean, I thought that pushing the pawn and doing this is not that great either. This is a little too slow. Defending the rook, then threatening the fork here to free it. Yeah, I don't know. There's no way to hold that anymore. Let's open this one. Yeah, this is all fine. Taking this. I suppose knight b4 is probably better. Knight b3 has been played. Smyslov has played knight b3. Kenking went b4. Norwood b4. Just looking at the database. So both are fine. But the other is definitely an alternative. I was thinking b6 then. Or bishop f4, maybe even a nice in-betweener I didn't think about. This might be just bad. See, computer says, no, this is horribly bad for black. Rook c1. Rook b1. Ooh, these are very hard to see if you don't know this kind of a pattern. Or then b7. So here just black takes with the a pawn and they're down a pawn. This is a terminally weak. Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, I don't know. These are flaky. e5 here. Was thinking this. Knight e4. Bishop e7. Knight df6. Okay, this is getting out of my price range for sure. Computer line is to sack the exchange and then just win, but or be a big much better, but I don't know. I don't understand that at all. So I understand my queen is a little bit misplaced there. Okay, so where we went really bad. Queen d5. This is fine. Takes. Here. First best. This looks natural, maybe not the best. Yeah, this was not the move. Knight d3, really? Then f6. Huh? Bishop c3 in betweener here. Ew. Yeah, that wins. Yeah, this I didn't like this entire queen moves. Yeah, queen b6 is just annoying. What was I planning here? Knight d4 or just castles and be happy. I mean, maybe I was thinking about this with some idea, but I pretty blindly thought that I didn't even see that move. I was thinking only of this one and then hoping that I get something going on with this, but even this is nothing. Well, not there. Let's say randomly there. Even says no castles for you. Oh, that's horrible. Yeah, queen b6 would have been just unpleasant. This is all good. Yeah, I mean, thought I could get away with this, but the crooks just dominated me. I didn't want to go here and be like, think about this. Maybe it's fine. Computer says it's fine, but equal. Like, I don't see a mate there, so it's probably fine, but I just wanted to clarify things. I don't think that this is so, well, just this position already is very unpleasant because he's threatening to go here. This is very annoying rook here. Just went here. Says I should have played rook c2. And how do you meet rook c8? Knight e2. Oh, knight e2. At least there is like a, we have a hold of the, like we are not breaking completely down here. Of course, something like this would probably always be some kind of a repetition if black wants a draw. But I like at this point I probably should be happy with the draw. Yeah. What is this? Yeah, he played so good this in the entire end, so I didn't have any chances here. He played all the moves. Well, oh well. Better luck next time. Bye bye.